Is back this time for episode 16, NFL Week 5 edition. There's a lot going on, a lot to be excited about, and we have a lot of subscribers, a lot of fans dropping their hot takes in the Discord. So if you would like your hot takes featured in the future, join the Discord, go to About Me, go under the channel description, click the Discord link, join the Discord, and then every Tuesday I go to the Hot Take Tuesday channel and I ask for all the hot takes and I pick the best ones, my favorite ones, and let's get into it. Let's not waste too much time. So first one we have here is by Kay in the Building. So she has the New York Jets beat the Miami Dolphins. This is a good one. Actually, going to the game this weekend is going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be a good game. You got the Jets, you got the Dolphins. Dolphins are pretty banged up, have a lot of injuries, but, and the most notable one is Tua. I think Xavier Howard is struggling with injuries. He left the game early last week. But Tua, all that crazy stuff with the injuries, I think it was discussing what the Dolphins did. I could put a video up or short in the cards. Check that out later, but I still think they'll be fine. I'm going to go hot with this one because I think this Dolphins team is just so well coached. Teddy Bridgewater is a conservative quarterback, but all you need to do is get the hands in get the ball in Tyreek Hill's or Jalen Waddle's hands. Not going to be able to run the ball well because the Jets do have a good run defense. I think the Jets are an underrated team, and I think they're a sneaky team. And if the Dolphins are pretty beat up, they may struggle a little bit, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a closer game than people expect, but the Dolphins are going to come out on top. Teddy Bridgewater is going to do enough, more than enough. The weapons are going to do enough. Cedric Wilson, you get him the ball, get him in space. Chase Edmonds, Mostert. You have a lot of fast weapons. You got a lot of fast guys, a lot of weapons. So that's what speed does. Speed kills, man. And then the defenses. I think the Dolphins defense, one of the best blitzing man defenses in the NFL, if not the best, especially when fully healthy. I think it's going to be too much for Zach Wilson, this Jets offense. But if that Jets offensive line plays well, gives Zach Wilson some time, these weapons could get open. They're good weapons. You have Elijah Moore, you have Corey Davis, you have Garrett Wilson. Give them some time. Give these weapons time to get open, and there's a chance that the Jets offense could be in for a big day as well. So I could see it. But I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins. They've been a much better team this year. They've been very good. We're gonna see if they can continue it, and I believe they do it this week in Week 5 versus the New York Jets. I'm going hot on that take. So Red Panda with the next one. Colts tank and get CJ Stroud. So there's kind of like two parts to this. Colts tank. Colts aren't a team that's not an organization that's going to tank on purpose. But speaking in terms of them just not playing good and basically losing the rest of the games is very possible if they keep playing the way they do. They're not going to be anybody if they keep playing the way they do right now. So Colts tank. I'm going to say in terms of the Colts just playing very badly the rest of the season, not doing anything, I'm going to go cold. I think it's likely. The coaching staff, the staff in general has lost a team, so it's hard to regain that team. It's hard to regain that locker room. And get CJ Stroud. I don't know if the Colts are going to have that high of a pick, but, if CJ Stroud is that number one guy right there and he's ready to go, and you don't play the way you're playing, or if you keep playing the way you're playing, you get the number one pick, it suck. But I'm going to go hot. I'm going to go hot because I think there's a chance the Colts win a few more games. I think maybe 5 or 6 games are fair. Maybe. And then I say there's a few other teams ahead and CJ Stroud's already gone. So I'm going to go hot. Then you have big boy flex. Giants go on a winning streak. So the Giants are an interesting team, man. The offensive line is very bad. Daniel Jones has been playing okay. Fumbling issues not as bad as they used to be. They do play the Packers this week, I'm pretty sure, so it's going to be tough to really get back on track. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see. We're just going to look up right in the video. We all forget. We all make mistakes. Let's see. Giants football. New York football Giants. So let's see. They have these next few weeks. They have the Packers. They have the Ravens. They have the Jaguars, the Seahawks, and the Texans. I'm going to give that a piping hot just because of that 3-game stretch. They don't go on a winning streak yet. The offensive line's not playing good. Weapons aren't great. The Ravens defense isn't going to have an issue. Packers defense isn't going to have an issue. Both of them offenses are going to be able to score enough. The Jaguars, that defensive line plays well. Can be a similar game to the Bears, but you have a better quarterback. You have a better offense in general on the other side. So I think I could see the Jaguars pulling that out. And the Seahawks, Texans, both winnable games. Lions, winnable game. Then you come around and play the Cowboys again. You play the Commanders. You still have to play the Commanders twice. You play the Eagles. Vikings, Colts. So very possible for them to go on a winning streak, but not right now. I don't say right now versus the Packers, the Giants, and the Jaguars, just because you have those 3 really good opponents. We don't really know what the Jaguars are right now, but they do look pretty good right now. They continue that. It's going to be a tough game to win. I'm going to give that piping hot for now. But maybe after that 3-game stretch, I can see them going on a little streak. Then you have Gold 4307. If you put Daniel Jones in a good offense, he would be a top 10 QB. So this is another one I'm going to go piping hot on. Daniel Jones has been all right. He's been good. He's been getting the ball out. When he could get the ball out, doesn't have any time. The offensive line is pretty bad. But Daniel Jones just doesn't have the it factor. He's a slow processor. He could run, very good running quarterback, but he's a slow processor. He's got a decent arm. He's a pretty good deep passer, but he just doesn't have that it factor, if you ask me. He doesn't have that fire that I think you want in a quarterback. But plus, being a top 10 quarterback, there are so many good quarterbacks right now. It's very difficult to inch into that top 10. Maybe top 15. Maybe top 15, but top 10, I think that's really pushing it. I'm going to go piping hot just because there's a lot of really talented quarterbacks. Daniel Jones just doesn't have that it factor. Maybe if you give him an offensive line, some weapons, maybe play good. But from what we've seen, it's a slow processor. Sometimes makes bad decisions. Offensive line doesn't help, and the weapons don't help. Sometimes communication issues with the weapons, with the receivers. But nonetheless, I'm going pipe on hot on this one. Then you have Fishmaster. The Jets and the Giants will have a better record than the Patriots. I'm going warm. I think the Giants and the Jets both have a better record than the Patriots at the end of the year. Now, the Patriots, it's a team that they could be very technically sound. They could string a few wins together. But the Patriots don't have that it factor to the team. No one's scared of the weapons. No one's scared of Mac Jones. Do have an okay offensive line, good running backs. But there's only so far that those good running backs can get you. Defense is okay. It's good. There's only a good defense and great running backs could only get you so far in today's NFL. You need good weapons. You need to be a strong offense. So just don't see it. The Jets, on the other hand, they have a decent defense. Run defense is pretty good. Pass defense could get a little better. They have good running backs. A quarterback that has a lot of potential, much more than Mac Jones. Quarterback that has weapons, an offensive line. I could definitely see the Jets being third in the division, not first or second, because I think the Bills and the Dolphins really have cemented themselves in first and second, respectively, wherever they end up. But the Giants, on the other hand, maybe. They already have 2 wins. No, 3 wins. Yeah. I could see the Giants having more since they already have 3 wins. But I could see a stretch where the Patriots play well and the Giants don't. As I just said, as we just looked at, the Giants have a tough 3-game stretch, and then you have quite a few teams there where they're winnable, but there's a good chance you lose one of those winnable games, 1 or 2 maybe. Then you play the Colts, you play the Vikings, teams that you should beat. The Vikings are looking great. The Colts are looking like crap. Vikings maybe. I think the Vikings have a really good offense. Defensive line isn't really great, but I just think the Patriots and the Giants, I think that's a close one. So the Jets part, I'm going to go cold, actually. I'm going to go chilly because I think that It's very likely that the Jets have a higher record than the Patriots finish fourth in the division. The Giants part, I'm going to go warm. So if you combine those, it's kind of like cool in the middle of chilly, cool, and, it's kind of in the middle of chilly, of ice cold, and, warm. So, going to go with that for those. But, yeah, interesting to see if the Giants will have more than the Patriots. Then you have Silver Sabs. Eagles gained the best wide receiver trio by the end of the year. So, there is one receiver trio that I am in love with, and I don't think anyone can have a better receiving core than this, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals. You have Jamar Chase, you have Tyler Boyd, you have Rashard Higgins. Or no, it's T. Higgins. That is an insane wide receiver trio. Love that trio. Very talented. They struggled a bit this year in the Eagles trio and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. Well, let's see who else they have. They have Quez Watkins. They have Zach Pascal. Zach Pascal isn't a guy that's a crazy good wide receiver, but he's pretty good at everything. He's a championship piece. A.J. Brown, Smith, Quez. That's a pretty damn good trio. The top two are amazing. But I would also say that Jefferson and Thielen, I would take Jefferson and Thielen over Brown and Smith as well. I would take Chase, and I would take Boyd or T. Higgins over these two as well. Those are really the only other two I could think of on the top of my head. Packers don't really have any like they used to. They used to have a really deep wide receiver room. Now it's like iffy. I mean, if the Rams had OBJ and Kupp and Robinson, I think that's probably the best. A lot of good wide receiver trios. But I'm gonna go warm because it's definitely possible. But I just think there are other better options out there right now. So just gonna go with that one. So you guys let me know what you think. This is Hot Take Tuesday, episode 16. Had a blast. And if you want your hot takes, if you want to submit a hot take, if you want one of your hot takes featured in a future video, make sure to join the Discord. Go to About Me. Under the channel description, the Discord link is right there. Join the Discord, and you could suggest hot takes for the future. So this is JDW. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hot Take Tuesday, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you miss any future videos. This is JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.